I'm all out of talent. There's nothing left. So what's next? Something that's always fascinated me is that there is a different amount of talent that everyone has, that everyone's born with. We all start from a different starting spot. Now, I have known for a long time that I am not the most talented person. I've always had to work pretty hard to get to a place that was competitive or comparable, I should say, not competitive, with other people. And one of the ways that I have been able to get where I am is quite simply by working harder than most people around me. But that's not always enough. And so today, what I want to do in this video is talk about when talent can't carry you any further, which we all are going to hit that point. You may have already hit it, or if you haven't yet, you certainly are going to hit it at some point. When talent can't carry you any further, what do you do to keep going? And the other thing that has always fascinated me is that it is never the most talented people that end up at the very, very tippy top of this whole music game. It's almost never the most talented people. It's almost always people with some amount of talent that outwork those around them and that are better problem solvers and better people persons than those people around them. So if you're someone like me where the talent well has dried up long ago or just didn't take you all that far, what do you do? Now, I think one of the skill sets that is actually really, really, really important is to be a good problem solver. And I accredit pretty much all of my success to being a decent problem solver. My success has basically nothing to do with my talent. It's all been work ethic and problem solving and experimentation and analyzing what other people are doing and being completely and utterly obsessive over getting better. But how do you get better if you've run out of talent? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, there certainly is no right or wrong way to do this. There is no correct and incorrect path. But one of the things that I do a lot is I will listen to something else that I really, really like, and I will spend an unreasonable amount of time trying to figure out how they've done that. Case in point, snare sounds. I cannot tell you how many hundreds of hours I spent trying to accomplish the same snare sounds as my favorite records. And I would literally sit down and I would have a handful of different snare drums. I would try a bunch of different snare heads, a bunch of different tunings. I mean, that's how I learned how to tune drums, was quite literally, how do these drums sound like this? And why don't mine? And how do I continually incrementally move what I'm able to do right now? The sound that's coming off this snare drum right now, how do I just a little bit at a time get it closer to that thing that I'm trying to do? And so I learned how to tune drums that way. No one taught me. I didn't read any books. YouTube didn't even exist back then. I just spent hundreds of hours swapping heads, trying different microphones, different preamps, different mic placements, different room microphones, different combinations of on-snare microphones and room microphones. An insane amount of hours, like way, way, way too many hours, just trying, oh, hold on, listen for it. It's always so good. An insane amount of hours problem solving, experimenting, trying different stuff. Relentless, obsessive work. That is quite literally how I did it. I mean, the way that things are today, where you have YouTube and all of these just insane resources. Everyone's got a course now and everyone is like teaching you how to do it, and there's lessons on Instagram, and like, I mean, it has literally never been easier to figure out how to do this than it is right now. But you got to go after it, because the reason why the most talented people are almost never the ones that make it is because talent isn't enough. But that gave me hope. When I figured this out, you know, I don't know, 10 years ago, I was like, oh, I do have a shot at this. Because like all coming up, I would see these people who would just spend half as much time working on something as I did and be twice as good at it. But there is another thing that helps us with this, and that is being unique. See, every single one of us has a different taste. We all have different tastes, and developing your tastes and refining your tastes is super, super important. So I guess that's what I really want to get across in this video, is that talent does not get you all the way there. But every one of us starts with a different level of talent, which means we have a different amount of work to do to make up the difference. What's also interesting to me is there's a couple different ways that this can go. And I think kind of the two paths is commercial, top 40, or not. Because whenever you are concerned with top 40 music, come on computer, whenever you're concerned with top 40 music, it's not just about what you want, it's kind of what the audience wants. And again, there's two different schools of thought. There's the Rick Rubin school of thought, where it's like, I do what I want, I make it for me, and then that's the way to make the best art. And then hopefully the audience enjoys it. If your tastes are in alignment with enough people, but you're doing it for yourself, I mean, that's probably the best way to be successful at this. Because I do like how he says that about, like, you have to create for you, and then like hopefully the audience likes it. We are absolutely in a different time now where the vast majority of music being made is being made for the exact opposite way. Like they're doing it, you're trying to write a song that has some line or some visual that then you can film a video clip that will hopefully go viral on TikTok. It's so watered down at this point for so much music. And I think we are just about at the end of that. I think social media is, vertical form video is just about over. And I honestly couldn't be happier about that. That's probably a topic for another video. Okay, enough jibber jabbering. What are you actually saying here, Colt? Work harder than those around you. That's number one, work harder. Because when you run out of talent, you make up for it with work ethic. But that doesn't necessarily mean longer hours. I think the hustle and grind culture, like I'm absolutely done pushing the hustle and grind culture. You do have to work hard. You do have to work long hours, but you don't have to kill yourself, and you can make up for the rest of that with efficiency in workflow. I've talked about that a ton on this channel, having everything set up and organized in a way that it just doesn't take you nearly as much time to accomplish a thing. The next thing is refine your tastes. Listen to a bunch of different kind of music. Figure out the things that you don't like, that you like and that you don't like. Learn why and how to do it without doing the things that you don't like. For instance, my personal taste, I don't like cangy snare drums. When it's kang, like that ring, I just don't like it. So I figured out how to tune snare drums, how to use the appropriate heads, and which drums I don't like, and how to mic them in a way, and how to hit them in a way that keeps that from happening. And I did that with lots of experimentation. I identified a very particular thing that I didn't like, and I figured out how to make sure that never makes it into my recordings, unless for some reason I'm going after that thing. And even in that experimentation of figuring out how to keep it out of my recordings, a byproduct of that is I now know how to do it if I'd like to have that characteristic in my recordings. So spend time refining your tastes. What kind of vocal sound do you like? Do you like crisp, airy vocals? Do you like dark and woolly vocals? What microphones are gonna give you that sound? What preamps are gonna enhance that sound? What mixing techniques can you use to further enhance that? And I think this is where the problem solving comes in. I can only speak for myself. I don't like the ring in a snare drum. How do I get rid of it? What are all the ways that I can record a snare drum without having that ring in the snare drum that I don't like? And that follows straight through into mixing for me. I'm absolutely not the most talented mixer in the world, not even close. I do think I'm a good problem solver. And so the problem might be these guitars are competing with this vocal. How do we keep that from happening? What frequency points are overlapping? Do we need a sidechain compressor? Like there's a million different ways to handle this, but problem solving, identifying a problem, a thing that I would like to fix, and then being creative with the solution on how to fix it. There's 100 different ways to do everything, but this is how I have overcome my extreme lack of talent. And once you learn this skill set, it's the same in like everything. The reason why these YouTube videos work, I've figured out a way to talk and act in a way that makes some small percentage of the Earth's population care what I say. It's not because I'm a talented YouTuber or filmmaker. I've just problem solved my way through this. Work harder than those around you, refine your tastes, be conscious and intentional on whether you are making art for yourself and hoping the audience likes it, or whether you are making art for the audience. I think the first option is probably the bigger chance of success. Spend time figuring out what you like and you don't like, and then figure out how to get to those results, how to never have the things that you don't like and always have the things that you like, and get real detailed with it, because every tiny little thing matters. There's 10,000 tiny little decisions from the conception of a song to the master of a song. And the more of those you do with intention, the better off you are. There's links down below for every single piece of gear that I use, but anytime you guys need any piece of gear whatsoever, you can jump on any one of my videos, click on any link in the description down below. Once you're on the site, you can purchase anything you need, your holy grail compressor, a microphone cable, or a pack of guitar strings. It literally doesn't matter, and it literally doesn't cost you anything extra. But every time you do that, it goes a super long ways to help me keep making videos like this. So thank you, Sweetwater, for sponsoring this video. Thanks to you guys for using the links anytime you need to purchase anything. I very much appreciate it, and I would like to hear from you. How do you overcome your lack of talent? Because we all got it. I think the reason why the most talented people we know are usually not the ones that succeed is because usually the most talented people we know don't have work ethic. Everything has come somewhat easy to them, and so they have never had to try particularly hard, and so they don't have the work ethic and the problem solving skills that it takes to get to the top. I think when we see the legends out there, the people that are at the very tippy top and stay there for decades, those are the people that had the work ethic and the talent. The top 0.0001% of success in this industry, those are the people that have both. But I think we can get pretty close with some small amount of talent and all this other stuff. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.